What's up, everyone? Happy Tuesday, and welcome back to Sin City Crypto Live. My name is David. I'll be one of your co-hosts. And today, like every single day, we're coming at you live from our studio in Las Vegas, Nevada. We have a packed show for you guys. Super excited. We have Miss Team Crypto joining us in T-minus 25 minutes. We got news on Hong Kong and China becoming the crypto hub of the world. What does that look like? What does that mean? Also, big partnerships in regards to Anchor. No, we're not talking Anchor Protocol. We're talking ANKR. And also, big news regarding partnership with Fetch.ai. We're also talking about FTX. And we got some news on, coming out of Italy. Excited to share that. But first, let me introduce you to your other co-host, Robin.
I already know it's not a good thing.
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel here, where we take the old, boring, and stale information and package it up in a fun and sexy way.
I forgot to mention, we got video footage of Joe Biden.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is he sleeping? Taking a
No,
nap?
he might be sleeping after what happened. So.
I saw he was over in
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Yeah, Kiev. And we actually have,
Are you
know
surprised? Like, it's kind of ballsy, right?
You know what? On our bold broadcasting today, we're going to discuss the outrage of him not visiting Ohio.
What is this bold broadcasting you're talking about?
Oh. It's our new channel.
Oh, okay.
You get David and Robin, you get our opinions, you get our takes, but in more of a global news arena, not just cryptocurrency. And one of the things we're talking about today is the outrage of him not visiting Ohio and these places that, have gone through these issues and going over to Ukraine, a war zone. And so we'll talk about that, not on this show, but on the other show. But, since we're talking about Big Joe, so obviously President Biden, or President of the United States, travels in Air Force One. And so here's footage of Joe Biden stepping down from Air Force One, making his way onto the tarmac.
Did he fall again?
Look towards the right side. Look towards the nearest side of the.
Jesus.
It's not.
No way.
Do you think they're gonna put in an elevator?
I'll do fairness, okay? And I'll do fairness. It's not confirmed that it's Joe Biden, but who else would fall like that, right?
Oh, one of the motorized chairs.
Yeah. There was someone
Yeah.
posted that as a meme. It was pretty funny. So, do you think this was Joe Biden? Because it hasn't been confirmed yet. It has to be, right?
I will say this.
I mean, if
I
the
feel
Secret
like
Service
Joe
is-
Biden kind of old, bro. If he would have fell down that many stairs, I don't think he would have been walking around waving.
No, that's not true. When he
waving
fell
and-
over on the bicycle, he jumped right back up and he was back at it, bro.
That
He
was the
doing-
slowest fall
he
of
was
all
doing
time.
Rock. He just
That bicycle fall literally was like
Saw it coming from a
slow
mile away.
motion, real life. It was like,
Robin, I try to, you give me a lot of requests on content, and I try to keep those in mind, my friend. So from yesterday's show, I kept that in mind. And you wanted to see this every day, right?
oh yeah, let's go.
Yeah, so this is a different one, though. So in the car, we have crypto people ignoring the government media to stop them from investing in crypto. And we have the people on the outside knocking and saying crypto's a scam. Like how his eyes are closed. And we got the water. Just, guys.
Bitcoin has no value.
When the naysayers are knocking on your car window door, you just mind your business, play your music, close your eyes, and the rest will fall in place. Now, I promised you guys some Lamborghini noises, which, if you're hearing that, it's our Lamborghini in the back. Sin City, of all the super chats and gifted membership Jimmy gave us, we bought a Lambo. I'm kidding, of course. All right, let's take a look at some news from Italy. So this was pretty cool. Rocco thinks I'm joking, but high school students in Italy are learning about Bitcoin. It's pretty cool. What is so funny? What is that? What's so funny about that?
Oh, jeez. Okay, go ahead with your then I'll comment.
And we also have footage from the late 1920s. Rocco's pretty passionate about his pizza. And so I'm wondering, Rocco, do you remember this day? So this was as an Italian was forced to watch the first time pineapple was added to pizza. This was in Brooklyn in 1924. Do you remember that day, Rocco?
I remember.
What are your thoughts?
That's me right there. That's me right there when I was young. That's my friend Joe Pesci right there.
Oh, okay. Are you the one holding his face or?
No, I'm the one impersonating the pineapple, holding the pineapple.
Oh, got it. But see, you know what's wrong with this picture? It's not that the pineapple's on the pizza. It's that the pineapple's not cut up.
Yeah, that's
Pineapple. You can't leave the pineapple whole like that.
No, you gotta grill it.
You got to grill it, cut it up, something.
If you
right?
grill a pineapple, you put on top of the pizza, I can let it slide.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So remember, guys, if you're going to put pineapple on pizza, the only Don-approved pizza is going to be pineapple that's grilled. And finally, so this was kind of interesting. So I showed this, I believe I was on my stream last week or one of the streams, but now this has changed. So this was, and I can't remember the exact number, but it was less than 10% of people think that we're going to get 50 basis points. So right now we're at 450 to 475 on the federal interest rate. And 80% are saying we're going to see 25 basis points. But the people in the camp of 50 basis points is rising. So it's currently sitting at 21%. And people are still expecting a rate cut towards the end of the year. So we'll see what happens. Who's right, who's wrong. Speaking of economic information.
And also, I want to say that, there's something big going on.
What?
In the video game space. You know?
Yeah?
Yeah. You seen all this Hogwarts,
My kid pre-ordered the game. He's dumb excited.
Wait,
I'm excited.
It came out already. Did you know that?
The Hogwarts Legacy?
Yeah.
What?
Came out like 2 weeks ago.
So he hasn't picked the game up.
You need to get on your game, bro. You got your son pre-ordered the game to get it the day it releases, and now it's 2 weeks later, and you're
my
like,
wife handles all that. I'm sorry.
yeah, he's got the pre-order. So, so anyways, vastly popular. Tons of people are playing it. So here I got a little insight.
I can't wait to see this. Yeah.
So this is if Hogwarts was in the hood. Okay, so this is not your.
Are we about to get canceled?
This is not this. It's Hogwarts in the hood here. Okay?
Are we about to get canceled?
Hey,
Rocco, you got sound here?
Yeah.
hey, last night I put an extended mag on my wand. What? Yeah. And tomorrow I'm putting a scope on it. I ain't missing my spells no more. Let me show you. No. What? Why you being scary?
Yeah. So anyways, so.
Thanks, Robin.
That's right.
Now, I was going to go over some important information regarding the Fed that kind of tied to what I was showing. So I showed this on my stream last night. By the way, if you were in my stream last night, thank you guys so much. Hope you got some value from the information I provided. Take a look at some charts, some alts. And so to those of you there, big shout out. And if you're back from last night, it's your first time back, second time back, welcome back. So big one tomorrow, guys. Expect a lot of volatility. The FOMC minutes are coming out at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. That is going to cover exactly, essentially, word for word, what was talked about in this meeting. Were there more doves? Were there people pushing their a rate, a pause? Are people pushing a cut? We're going to see all of that. We're going to get all that information. You know who else is going to get all that information? The markets are. And the markets are forward-looking. They're going to read these FOMC minutes, and they're going to react based on what they see. If in the FOMC minutes, it's shown that we have more doves and people are pushing for rate cuts this year, expect the markets to rally. If in the FOMC minutes we see the opposite, obviously expect the opposite. Some other big days. So February 24th, we have the personal income month over month coming up, personal spending month over month, and the big one, core PCE price index month over month. That is forecasted at 0.4. Prior was 0.3, so they're expecting an uptick in the core PCE. We know that plays a huge role in what the Fed decides to do, and their next FOMC meeting is on the 22nd through the 23rd of March. On the 27th this week, we have the durable goods orders, and then China. They got some data coming in now. If you guys remember, China pumped $3 trillion into their economy. I believe it was
printing
just yesterday. And guys, we have this narrative. We talked about it yesterday. Asia is going to lead the next bull market. We saw what happened in the U.S. when capital was injected into the economy. Will the same happen in China, Robin? Are we going to see a buying spree from Asia?
Well, they are the second largest economy globally.
Straight up.
And you can look at certain metrics that are probably fabricated that says they're the largest economy. But even if you don't believe it, like I don't, they're still pretty damn close. And so, hey, when U.S. starts printing, we saw what happened. Now China, number 2, arguably in some circles, number 1 economy in the world globally as far as economics. And yeah, man, I do want to say, where the hell the likes at? Where the hell the new viewers at? If you're new here, say hello, so that way we can drop an hola back at you. And so some of the new people that we have in here, we got Robert Triana, Crypto in the Matrix, Crypto Locos, or Lokes. We got Locks. Anyways, we got Sci-Fi Flyer, Molly Hegarty. Yes.
Eagerty. Haggerty. Not really.
And, yeah.
Also, we had a new member.
Hola! Welcome.
We had a new member join yesterday during the stream. And so I told him or her, that we were going to give him a proper recognition. I believe his name was 5th Generation something or 5th something. Rocco, can we roll the new member? New crypto fan member. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for all your support. Really appreciate it. And big shout out to Destroyer, who upgraded to a whale member on Sunday. So big shout out to you guys, to our community. We love you guys. Thank you for all your support.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get into the markets.
All
Bitcoin
right.
was down.
So, yeah. What do you mean Bitcoin was down?
It was down.
A little bit.
It got to 25 yesterday, and now it's at 20. Oh, so it was less than 24. It bounced back. Bitcoin bounced back.
So, yeah. A little bit of volatility, but nothing out of the ordinary here. So this is the last 24 hours.
What is that pattern called, Rob?
We have hit the
javelin pattern?
Rocco, can I get some bad joke sound effects, please? Thank you. All right. Bad. This is the javelin. Yes.
Not that one. The other chart, the 1 day chart.
Okay.
See that big spike down? That's the javelin right there.
That's the javelin?
Or the pole vault. You stick the pole and
I like to call it not a big deal.
Kyler said he used to pole vault. Interesting.
Rocco, one more bad joke. Let's just mute the microphone for me. Thank you. All right. So we going from 22,200, where we were 1 week ago, and we are now been testing the 25K mark. And if you take a look at the 1 month, you can see that we rebounded pretty nicely after coming down and testing the 21,000 mark. And then on the year to date, you can see where we came from and where we're going.
Rob,
and we're off to.
Was that the patented left-handed cup and handle pattern? Just curious. We got Forrest in here from Sistine Research. So
right here.
Yeah, go back to the 1 year or the 3 month of the 1 year. It was more visible. Yeah, that one. Was that the left-handed cup and handle pattern?
Yeah, that's you could argue that this is the ambidextrous cup and handle.
Ambidextrous.
Here. Yes.
And only the Frappuccino is better than that.
Yes. Frappuccinos are great.
Cup and handle.
Guys, if you like Frappuccinos, put a 1 in the chat.
If you are lost in what the hell is going on this show right now, we'll also put a 2 in the chat. So, taking a look, so Bitcoin 24, we did test 25, rejected pretty nicely right back down, but didn't spill down too heavy. The lowest we got down to was 24.3, and I'll probably test this. We're gonna break over 25. Barring some bearish,
rejected. 25.2 is that number everyone's talking about, and it keeps getting rejected there.
So, barring some kind of global event or some kind of like big bearish news, we'll probably come up, test this 25K mark 2 more times, I would say, and then we'll probably break to the upside. So that's my TA feeling, bro.
If the FOMC, here's the thing, guys. If the FOMC minutes come out positive, we could see Bitcoin break over 25.2.
It's not. I don't see any of the Fed minutes them saying anything that hasn't already been echoed a million times. I think at this point we already understand.
Look at that, bro. Look at Anchor. We
got Anchor Protocol up 42% on the 24 hours, up 80% on the week. Then we also got Bone Shit.
Big partnership for Anchor, guys.
And then Conflux up 460%.
That's the China blockchain. Everything's running through Conflux coin.
Yeah, this is one. Dude, 400%, huh? Not bad. And then some of the biggest losers. We got Huobi Global Token down 12%, still up 16% for the day. So we'll pull back, and I'll pull back on Mina on the $1 even support level. And then looking at the fear and greed index, we're at a solid 60. So a little bit a little more bullishness in the markets. And then taking a look on the visuals here, you can see that it is pretty much red across for the day, with the exception of a handful of projects. But you have a lot of green on the week. And then lastly, the stock market is down today quite significantly. NASDAQ down over 2%, which is probably the biggest downturn in the last.
And Bitcoin hasn't moved.
This is the biggest daily in this month. I don't know how far back. I don't know if it is more than a month, but for the month of February, this is the biggest pullback. So, yeah. Well, there you go.
NASDAQ is in a longer term uptrend. And if we take a look at the chart here. So this is the NASDAQ on the daily. And so we drew this. Let me make it smaller. We drew this downtrending trend line here, which played out beautifully, right? We broke above it, came back to retest it. And now we are working our way down. So downside, if this continues to go down, expect to see some support around this $10,500 level. But we do see this gap here. And gaps, especially in the stock market, tend to fill. We got two gaps. So these two gaps expected to fill. So you're looking at a move from 11,530 to 11,850. So over 300 points, which might not seem like a lot, but that's more than 2.5%. So that's looking good. But on some more bad news, the Dixie looks like it's breaking its downtrend that it was in. And if we take a look at the Ichimoku to kind of see where we're at trend-wise, so we are currently entering the cloud. So cloud is considered equilibrium. It's no man's zone. This is where price is at equilibrium. What we don't want to see is we don't want to see price go above the cloud. And then now we're in a trend reversal. We are on our way up, which obviously has proven to be bad for risk on assets, especially Bitcoin. Speaking of Bitcoin, so this is Bitcoin on the 1 hour. So on the broader kind of sense, it looks like we're in a rising wedge. But I drew this middle line as well. And you can see the importance of this middle line. It's acted as support back on February 18th. Again, back on February 19th. It acted as resistance on the 19th, same day. Support on February 20th. And then it wicked up here, but got rejected. And so expect it to range for a little bit between this 24.8 to 25K, and on the lower end, 24.4 to 24.6. If not, if we do get a break to the upside, 25.1 would be the target. And then what you want to do is we want to see a break above this upper trend line, make support on top, and then off to the races. A lot of analysts have said between 25 and 30K, there's really no big resistance zones. So if we cross over 25 and we stay above, or we just happen to skyrocket up there, chances are we're going to 25K or we're going to 30K pretty quickly.
All right, guys. I want to know what the chat thinks. Guys, you guys are pretty quiet there. If you think by the end of the month we'll be at 30K or above, put a 1 in the chat. So that is 8 days, right? There's 29 days or 28 days?
I think it's a leap year, I believe. I could be wrong.
Huh?
I could be wrong, but I think it's a leap year. Kyler, is it a leap year this year?
Anyways, you got about a week. Are we gonna be at 30K by the end of the month or above it? Or are we not going to see 30K? Is that off the table? So put a 1 in the chat. So for above, 2 in the chat for below 30K. I want to know what you guys think. Gracias.
1 above, 2 below. Also, we have a poll. Make sure you cast your vote as well. We have some news. Polygon is laying people off. And Rob, real quick before I show the Polygon chart, we have some new emojis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What emojis are they? ADA?
Yeah, I just added a couple crypto tokens. We got some other ones coming in the pipeline. I just threw a couple in there. So we got the Cardano and the Ethereum emojis. So
Are you ADA gang or are you Ethereum gang? Use your emojis if you're a member of the channel. Let us know. I'm curious.
I'm about to have the battle.
Yeah, the battle.
Battle layer
ETH versus ADA.
Hosky versus Vitalik.
Yeah, Hosk versus Vit. All right. Matic, 1 hour. That's been in a downtrend and expected to retest this level, the $1.46. And something I found interesting, I found some confluence with the Ichimoku cloud. You can see this downtrend line slices right through the cloud. And so we know the cloud acts as support and resistance. So if you are long on Polygon and you swung trade or you bought in at $1.38 and you're looking to just scalp some profits, set your stop loss at around $1.46.5. $1.46.5. We should get rejected there, come back down. Where are we going to settle in? Who knows? But we have tons of volume coming in at this $1.42 level, so expect it to make its first stop there. If not, I wouldn't expect it to go lower than $1.38. But obviously, this news of which we'll get into here in a little bit, Polygon laying off its workforce, it's got some people rattled. I'm not rattled. Robin, are you rattled?
Yes.
Okay, you're
like
lying.
a baby rattle.
You're lying. So that's what the poll's about. Make sure you go vote the poll. And I talked about this yesterday on my show last night, and I want to talk about it again. So we talked about who was with us yesterday? Magic. We talked about with Magic yesterday the amount of options contracts that are expiring at the end of the quarter. So March 31st, 2023. You have, we'll just call them bulls, okay? Over 68,430 Bitcoin is open contracts for call options. So these are people who are expecting the price of Bitcoin to go up. In retrospect to 28,000 of people who expect it to go down. If you take a look at the options open interest by strike price, you can see where most of the people are expecting Bitcoin to go. So the highest amount we have, the highest price where a lot of the call options are at 30K. Now, this doesn't mean that if we don't get to 30K, everyone gets liquidated, but you got to remember, the farther out you buy your option contract in relative to where the price is now, it's cheaper. So if your price is at 24K and your strike price for a call option is 24K, then it's more expensive than if Bitcoin's at 24K and your strike price is at 30K, right? Because there's more room to make up, so you get you spend less on the contract. As far as the puts, the sellers, their main target is going to be $23,000. So $23,000 for the bears, $30,000 for the bulls. Anywhere in between is kind of a washout. If we get above 30K, shorts are going to get absolutely destroyed. If we go under 23K, the bulls are going to get absolutely destroyed. So, I think that's all I had for the charts and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
I just want to give a little shout out to the chat. So if you're new here, say hello so we can drop an hola back at you. We have Scotty Swing. Shinofui, Kojo, Jeltson, and Crypto Curtis up in the house. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. Also, help us out. We are still under 50% like ratio. This is a news bulletin to you. Have you hit the like button? Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to Sin City Crypto.
Yeah. Lying is bad. Lying no good.
All right.
All right. I believe we have our guest ready. Right? Guest ready. All right, let's bring her in. Miss Teen Crypto.
Let's go.
MTC.
What up, fam? Hola.
What's up?
Hola. What's up?
How you doing?
I'm chilling. I'm hanging. Happy to be here. Just did my show. I'm hype. I'm like in the streaming mode right now. Love it.
Yeah.
We're excited to have you. Thank you so much for joining us again. Guys, if you're not familiar with Miss Teen Crypto, where the hell have you been? So Miss Teen Crypto, thank you so much, guys. Go support her. Go subscribe to her YouTube channel. That link is in the description of this video. Also, go follow her on Twitter. So MTC, I'm just gonna kick this right off, okay?
Cool.
What are your thoughts?
Hold on.
What?
Wasn't it your birthday this week?
Yes, on Thursday. I'm officially
Say
20.
what?
Yeah.
Wait, are you legal age of drinking in Vegas yet or no?
I'm 21, right? In Vegas. And all the states, unfortunately.
You got one more year, right?
Next year, next year we all go. We get a drink. We go to the casino, gamble, throw money like
Listen.
a 50x alt, and we got it.
If you come out for your 21st birthday, we will set up a party bus for you.
Oh, yeah.
Take that to the bank.
Mm-hmm. And the club.
All right,
And the club. Yeah, we got
guys,
you, girl.
clip it right now. NFT
Clip
it,
it
make
right
it a
now.
Bitcoin ordinal.
I don't care if Bitcoin's at 5K. We're gonna make it happen. Yeah,
That's
Bitcoin ordinal. So yesterday, and I know you follow the news like we do. So Cameron, I believe it was Cameron or Tyler Winklevoss, came out and said the East, so Asia, they're gonna lead the next bull market. What are your thoughts on that before I get into the first article we're gonna talk about?
Well, Hong Kong has been, attracting a lot of people into the space, and, they're trying to build up capital, trying to bring talent there. And again, like whoever embraces Bitcoin first is obviously going to win. And, China has a lot of miners there. They have a big operation going in China. And it doesn't surprise me because they see dollar signs. They like money. Of course, whatever's going to make money, they're going to invite it. But again, it all comes down to how they're going to regulate it. They've been regulating stable coins. They want to make sure that all the people that have an exchange, even if you're pre-existing, you have to be able to give them new information for the quote unquote new regime. So there's so much going on in China, but again, they want to demonstrate control and that they understand what's going on and that they appear to be ahead of the curve versus behind it. You also have to keep in mind that Hong Kong, if you look on their government website, they have been planning a CBDC since 2017. So all of this isn't a new concept for them. It's just how and when they wanted to display it to the public.
And I'm happy you brought up Hong Kong because that is a perfect segue to our very first piece of news. Hong Kong's crypto ambition gets a subtle nod from Beijing. If you're not familiar, Beijing is in China. Hong Kong's ambition of becoming a cryptocurrency hub is reportedly seeing subtle support from the Chinese government in what could be seen as a contrast to the mainland's hardline anti-crypto stance. So, guys, a lot of people talk about this in our space. It's we have the 4-year Bitcoin cycle. We have the 4-year China cycle. Bitcoin sucks. Bitcoin's banned. Cryptocurrency's bad. And then here we go. China leads the way. In October last year, the government of Hong Kong floated the idea of introducing its own bill to regulate crypto and allow retail investors to go directly invest in their virtual assets. Representatives from the China Liaison Office have been frequenting Hong Kong crypto gatherings, seeking to understand what's going on. So the Chinese liaisons are going to these crypto meetups in Hong Kong to scope it out, see what they're talking about. Hong Kong is a special administrative region of China, allowing it to have its own laws and governance. So it also proposed allowing retail traders to access licensed crypto trading platforms, saying public feedback highlighted that denying access to crypto may push Hong Kongers to trade on unregulated overseas platform. At least one government understands that. The new regulatory push has spurred many crypto businesses to seek expansion into the city, and one of those is Huobi Global. They are moving their headquarters to Hong Kong from Singapore. So, and they're planning on expanding their headcount of employees from 50 to 200. So, Robin, is Hong Kong going to be the next crypto hub of the world?
Well, if the U.S. keeps applying the brakes, then absolutely. And we've mentioned before, we keep going to these conventions, and there's a big international attendance at all the crypto conventions, all the money finance conventions, and we keep hearing the same echoes. Oh, we don't provide those services in the U.S. Regulation in the U.S. is difficult. It is tricky. And so what we're seeing is that these companies, these institutions, they're building elsewhere. And they're going to go to places like Singapore, South Korea, and Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a major financial hub, probably the capital of Asia's. They're almost like the New York of the eastern part of the world. And that not to say that everybody trades in Hong Kong, but if you're anybody, you got interest there. And makes sense. They're a little bit more progressive. Also, South Korea too, man. South Korea is going full steam ahead. They're using NFTs in the government, offering services. They're partnering with blockchains, and something we're not seeing here. And also, even in the EU, I know that England has had a little bit of talks and regulation and partnerships and clarity, but they're kind of in the same boat that we are. And retail investors, yeah, they have limited exposure, but where we're really seeing is the no institutions can get in. Really, that's where we're at. Not in the States, and that's where the big money is.
So, Misting Crypto, let me ask you this: we see other countries and governments embrace it and say, "Hey, this is our chance to make our country a crypto hub. Bring business here. They pay taxes. It's good for the economy. It provides jobs." Why do you think the U.S. is not doing the same? Is there an agenda behind Gary Gensler? Are there a lot of people are saying they're trying to pry it away from us crypto people and hand it over to their Wall Street friends? What do you think is going on?
I think it all comes down to US dollar dominance. I've been saying that since the whole FTX trial, and that's what a lot of people brought up when they were asking, opinions of the people that were there that were able to give opinions, like Kevin O'Leary. God knows why he was there. But one of the questions posed was what happens to US dollar dominance, and the answer to the question was perfect. In which, if you push innovation out, of course the dollar is going to diminish faster than it would if you just let crypto be and prosper. Being that you're pushing people out of the country. We're seeing the same thing in the UK, where they were so heavily regulating and they were pushing people out that the people that were running crypto firms in the UK left the UK to try to serve people in the UK from outside the country. Then what the UK was saying is, if you're not solely based in the UK, you can't serve those people. Will China follow that same route? That's what I'm thinking, being that they want to have all the control, they want to have the crypto firms near them, but they want to also set the rules. So that also comes down to what tokens they can list, what you have access to, if they're going to allow you to withdraw from the exchanges. It's one thing to allow people to invest, but it's one thing to allow them to own the asset that they're investing in. So that's what I'm thinking about. In addition, Hong Kong, I wasn't sure if it was Hong Kong or just China in general. They actually came out with a digital asset marketplace, trying to say it's an NFT marketplace, but not really. So they've been experimenting with this tech. Yeah, China. Yeah, they've been doing this for a long time. So all of this isn't new. It just comes down to, again, how they're going to corner people. And I think that's how they're going to try to do things, is just corner people into it, where they can't say no. They have to have their exchange set a certain way.
So you think they're actively building Web3 and the digital infrastructure? And you mentioned NFT marketplaces. Do you think that they are secretively, or just even not so publicly, building the infrastructure for Web3, for cryptocurrency, for blockchain, and to maybe get ahead of the game? Because right now it seems like, hey, China, the whole narrative is that, hey, they crypto's illegal, no crypto. And yet they have a massive amount of hash rate on Bitcoin. There's no shortage of companies based out of China that are still operating and still the major players. And now you have Hong Kong basically getting the salute from China. And so I'm starting to think, man, maybe they're building this damn thing out, and they're doing it to get ahead of us, right? Do you think
Absolutely.
you feel that?
Yeah. Like I said, Hong Kong, they've been working on their proof of concept CBDC since 2017. My gosh, UK, same thing since 2020. None of this is a new concept. Again, it's just when they want to bring it to the public. They see Bitcoin's gaining adoption. They know they got to move quick. A lot of these countries have been planning this for more than 3 years. It's absolutely horrifying. And then it kind of reminds me of like Jamie Dimon, right? Like when China bans Bitcoin, it's like when Jamie Dimon was like, oh, crypto sucks. It's a Ponzi scheme. Don't invest in it. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, if you request it, you could get a Bitcoin and crypto access from, Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan, if you're an investor and whatnot. So it's just the same thing with China. They do it behind closed doors until they want to make it public.
Well, they understand. I mean, the U.S. has been the dominant force in the world for quite some time, and China's been catching up over the last 15 to 20 years. So, are we as a country, are we complacent? Thinking, oh, we're number one. We have the biggest military, the biggest finance. And on the back end, we're in the middle of a financial revolution here, right? A move to Web3, a move to on-chain, a move away from fiat currencies into more hard digital assets. And so is the U.S. just being complacent? Because I can argue that what they're doing by banning and going after these stable coins is harming the U.S. economy, right? Think about it. If you make it more friendly for stable coin issuers to come in the U.S., mint stable coins, and have a quota, you have to have at least, let's just say, 70% of your reserves backed in U.S. Treasury securities, T-bills, T-notes, and bonds. What negative does that bring? That, if anything, that enforces the dollar's dominance on the global stage, right? Because it provides liquidity to the dollar market. And so the last thing you want is liquidity to dry up. People move away from the dollar. We're seeing it in Saudi Arabia. They're considering accepting something other than the petrodollar. That could be catastrophic for US dollar dominance. So that's what I don't understand is you have countries that see this. They're like, all right, this is our opportunity, right? This is our opportunity. And the US is on the sideline. I don't know if it's a power grab. I don't know if they're just ignorant. I don't understand, but it's extremely frustrating because we live here. But the beauty of crypto is it doesn't just live in one country. It's not governed by a government. So even if, worst case scenario, the US bans it, guess what? There's 255 other countries. And so that's kind of my take. You guys got anything to add to this before we move on?
I think like it's also like the pushback. It's the stalling. I think obviously they know what they're doing. The New York Fed has had a pilot program with a bunch of banks and everything like that, which if you look at those articles and who's involved in the Fed program, a lot of those banks are, placing trademarks for the metaverse, NFT marketplaces, digital asset marketplaces. So much big money is involved. It's just when they figure it out and how they want to bring it to the public. Even like Senator Warren, she was coming after Shapeshift. This is an open source dApp. They're coming after code at this point, and that's what the whole thing is with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. It's just code. You can't stop it. There's no borders here. All the geographical borders that the traditional financial system kind of brought up, division between countries, division between currencies, that's going to diminish with crypto. This is borderless. This is so open. It's permissionless. And again, that's what they're going to have to realize and eventually educate the public on before it comes too late.
I also want to remind everybody that the adoption of crypto will go parabolic when countries fully embrace it. And I don't mean like, hey, we're rolling out our CBDC. When there is treasury reserve assets, when you have countries holding wealth not in gold and in bonds and in foreign debt, but in straight hard digital currency like Bitcoin, it's going to be an arms race. And we've seen the adoption of technology across the world that those that are slow to adopt will scramble and claw and try to make up the difference. And as one country decides to get behind this and another country gets behind it, everyone is going to be at an arms race to get their hands on crypto. And you think that these gains are gone? You think that this is, when people look back at today and they say, "Hey man, you know what? I wish I could have bought Bitcoin at 20K," because it's gonna freaking moonshot, man. And I'm telling you, the amount of currency, the amount of wealth that whole nations can set aside. I'm talking 1% of a major top 10 country. Just or even how about this? 20% of your gold. Instead of, take your gold allocation. Take 20 or 10% of that. That is going to dwarf the whole market cap of Bitcoin. And at some point, if China decides to get aboard and start scooping up Bitcoin and doing it publicly, there's going to be a rebuttal from other nations. They're going to say, "Hey man, let's not let them take over the sector. Let's get a piece of the pie. Let's defend Bitcoin. Let's defend this." And put your seatbelts on.
Can I share something that I think people don't talk about enough? The largest generation in the history could pass on $53 trillion to the next generation. $53 trillion to a bunch of 30, 40, and 50-year-olds, right? The people that are in this space now, the people that are open to change, the people that are ready and understand the technology and where we're going. Am I saying that all this money is going to flow in? No. But $53 trillion, the greatest wealth transfer in the history of the world, is happening over the next 2-3 decades. How much of that money is going to flow into crypto and blockchain? I don't know, but it's going to be a significant amount, and you're going to want to be in the space when that does happen.
And let's see if we can get up to 300 viewers today. We're going to open up the club today at 300. So let's do it in true Sin City crypto fashion.
That's right. Miss Teen Crypto, if we open up the club, will you join us in our club shenanigans?
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Guys, if
we
you
won't
wanna
be in the
see-
same room, but yeah.
You want to see Miss Teen Crypto's dance moves and you want to see her shake up the club with us, make sure to hit the like button. Also, because we want to see what this huge super chat is from Jimmy. All right, let's move
Yeah,
on
come on,
to
man.
some Polygon news. So I'm curious to get your take on this, Miss Teen Crypto.
Are you a Polygon fan, first of all?
She has to be.
Yeah, I vibe.
She's good. All right, I was gonna say you're too educated to not be a Polygon.
Yeah.
That was not
Let's
a
get
slide, I
after it.
promise.
No.
Polygon
No,
Labs
no.
becomes latest company to slash workforce with 100 job cuts. They announced that will reduce their team by 20% while stating that the company maintains a robust treasury. Meanwhile, the job cuts come shortly after the firm outlined plans at the end of 2022 to hire more employees. They said, quote, earlier this year, we consolidated multiple business units under Polygon Labs. As part of this process, we're sharing the difficult news that we've reduced our team by 20%, impacting multiple teams and about 100 positions. This was a painfully hard decision, but a necessary step in our journey. The firm added that employees affected by layoffs will be paid a 3-month severance pay, regardless of their level of tenure at Polygon Labs. Miss Teen Crypto, does this concern you? Right? 20% is being cut. Polygon's price is, it looks like the leader in this bull run, or you want to call it a bull market, whatever the case may be. Things are looking great. Partnerships are happening, and they cut 20% of their workforce. Is this cause for concern for you?
Nah, I don't think so. I think, this happens all the time with traditional finance and all these people laying off like others. It's the way the economy works. And no matter what, I think Polygon still has its relentless fan base. I like to call this the @Fwiz effect on Twitter. If you follow him at Fwiz, his name is Ryan. He left YouTube Gaming, became CEO of Polygon, and absolutely killed it from when he came. And I really do think the business development team that they have, they're stepping into all parts of crypto. They have games, they have DeFi, they have NFT projects. They even, had DeGods, and one of the biggest projects from Solana, like one of the core communities, I guess, on Solana was taken literally from there, bridged over to Polygon. So I don't think that has any effect on their community, on their value. I could see this just being a temporary thing, and then they'll come out a few months later and say, we hired more people. This happens all the time. And honestly, it's unfortunate, but people losing their jobs doesn't affect price that much from what I've seen. But I do think Polygon is going to continue on their road, and they're going to continue to make all these crazy partnerships.
I think the Fed's going to look at this and say, all right, we're good. The jobs market is where we need it to be. Okay. All jokes aside.
Exactly. It's booming, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Guys,
it's like
jobs
the
market's too
opposite.
tight. Well, it's getting a lot looser here, Mr. Jerome Powell. Rob, all jokes aside, same question. Is it weird that we've seen the Polygon pump, partnership after partnership? They got a robust treasury. Why make a 20% cut in workforce?
We're still in the middle of a bear market, and where's Polygon at from all-time highs? Still down. Let's see, how high did it get?
Got to almost $3.
Yeah. So
It's not
still in
like
the middle of a
terribly
bear
far away.
market. The thing is you can't plan a business out without, kind of forecasting the future. And so I would assume that, like, if I was running Polygon, I'd expect a pullback. I wouldn't expect to trade at $1.50, or at least plan for that way. In business is a little different than a portfolio. Yeah, you can hodl, but in business, you got to think about your operating costs and in more of a bearish kind of a scenario. So, anyways, yeah, I'd just say that. I think we're in the middle of a bear market. I think they're just trimming the fat, just like other successful companies do. Apple, Microsoft, Google, they've all trimmed as well. And I think you're going to see the opposite happen in about a year and a half when we start going into the halving and the next bull market run. You're going to see, instead of all these articles saying, hey, we're laying off 200 employees. Hey, we're laying off 2,000 employees. It's going to be the opposite. We're hiring 2,000. We're hiring 10,000. I just think it's more of the time in the market right now.
Guys, we put up our vote and we're going to end the poll. So is Polygon laying off 20% of its workforce concerning 67% of you said no, while 32% of you said yes. To me, this is not concerning. Is it a little, is the timing a little odd? Sure. But, what Robin said makes sense. They might be expecting the price to pull back down, or they might think that there's still some macro headwinds coming that'll drag the price down. And so instead of having to frantically fire people, now when everything's kosher now and nothing's going crazy, the fires haven't been lit yet, they're looking through the saying, all right, we can do without this person, this person, this person. And then when things start to pick back up, hopefully they'll hire them back. So, all right, let's move on to some more big partnership news. So Anchor, ANKR, the coin that was up, 70% on the week? They partnered with Microsoft. And here's what's next. So this is from You Today. An announcement of a partnership between Anchor and tech giant Microsoft will be to provide enterprise node services. As part of the collaboration, the companies plan to launch a service that will give corporations and organizations wishing to access the benefits of blockchain an easy and reliable way to host their nodes. Using Microsoft's cloud capabilities and Anchor's innovations in blockchain infrastructure, the plan is to offer an enterprise node deployment service of global, low-latency blockchain connections for any Web3 project. What's most interesting is that the service will then appear on Microsoft's marketplace, Azure, making it available to millions of customers. Rob, I'm going to ask you first. You're the king of what the hell, this doesn't need to be partnered. What are your thoughts on this partnership? Does this make sense, or is this just another...
So what does their partnership entail? I know you... Is it just...
Servicing operating nodes,
Just operating nodes?
In the article.
Yeah, I don't know.
Provide enterprise node services.
Man, good for Anchor.
So is Microsoft
Millions
hosting the nodes, or they're giving them nodes and
They're
having them host it and teaching them how?
So Microsoft is hosting the nodes, and they're leveraging Anchor's blockchain and infrastructure to host those nodes, but on Microsoft Cloud. So using Microsoft's cloud capabilities and Anchor's innovations in blockchain, the plan is to offer an enterprise node deployment service that can connect any Web3 project.
Okay, so Microsoft is getting into Web3 and running nodes.
Think low latency nodes.
Yeah.
Think
They're gonna have the node farm.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're seeing in Amazon Web Service. So I feel like this might be that.
With Avalanche.
This is the rebuttal to Amazon Web Services and Avalanche, right? You have Microsoft taking notice. They're like, hey, we don't want to get left behind. And it's surprising they partner with Anchor. I mean, good for them,
Are you surprised it's not something like HBAR or Algorand or one of these other blockchains that are more enterprise focused or have been pitched as enterprise focused?
Maybe that whole talk of securities and maybe that kind of stigma. Maybe they want to go for something that's a touch more unplugged from corporate. I don't know.
What do you think, MTC?
I think Microsoft saw a good opportunity for, I guess, a smaller blockchain compared to Cardano and all of them, just so they could get their hands in and not really have it be a big fuss. Versus if it was something like Cardano, it would probably make headlines. But this is only small, so they're getting to experiment, see what it's like, see if it works for them. Then I could see them expanding from there. Even, Google, right? Like they're running Solana nodes, they're running a bunch of nodes now. So everyone's trying to get their hands in the game because they see that obviously nodes, they provide more security, more protection. If you're a big company, you're obviously going to want to run your own nodes, so you're more protected against all of these attacks and able to verify things like that. So I definitely think it's smart for them to experiment, and I could see more expansion from there. This is just them dipping their hands in there, and Microsoft has been making little moves here and there in the Web3 space. Again, it's just not that public, just like Amazon, right? They partnered with Avalanche. That wasn't a huge thing that was put all over the place, but it's definitely something people knew within the community. Then Amazon, low key, they're starting to hire more Web3 people. They're trying to do NFT marketplace. They want to do play to earn games where you do gaming, you get NFTs in return. Is Microsoft trying to, again, battle them, go down the same route, or try to take the Google side and try to run nodes and be all techie over there? So I'm interested.
Yeah, just keep in mind that with with companies, we see it all the time in the crypto space. You say, hey, this blockchain like Cardano, Ethereum, and a lot of times they have these like nice little visual representations of all their partnerships. And it'll, you can look at Ethereum, for example. It's like, a couple hundred different projects, VC companies, Web3 companies, even traditional fintech that doesn't even operate in the crypto space that are partnered with some of these big layer one or big crypto projects. It's the same when it comes to traditional companies. And so what we're going to see with Amazon's Web3 and crypto portfolio and Microsoft is that there's going to be a host of different crypto projects that they're partnering with. It's not going to be just Amazon Web Services and Avalanche. At some point, it's going to be a whole portfolio of 20, 30, 100, 2,000 companies at some point. And that's the direction we're going. So this is only the first domino to fall. So
even like this is crypto, right? Like we don't even need quote unquote partnerships if it's a decentralized project. Just use the tech. That's what we're here for. But at the end of the day, that's what catches the eyes is, oh, this partnership happened there. But in the future, that's not even going to matter. It's just people are just going to use the tech and run the nodes, and it's just going to be what it is.
To me, the interoperability
I don't know if I'm wrong.
To me, the interoperability is what's intriguing, right? It says for any Web3 project to be able to connect to their node. So that's pretty interesting. So we all know, how frustrating is it when you got Bitcoin and you want to just convert it to Solana? If you're not on a central exchange, you got to put it in this wallet and then convert it to this wrap and then convert this wrap. So if we can get some sort of interoperability, now I don't know what it looks like. I'm not a developer. I'm not a coder. But the more interoperability, the better. And so I'm all for it. We have some other partnership news. So one of the hottest sectors, the AI sector, AI tokens, is partnering with Bosch. Bless you. This is from crypto.news. Fetch AI and Bosch promote industrial Web3 adoption. So this article goes on to read, Web3 technology company Fetch.ai and global tech giant Bosch are collaborating on an initiative to spur the adoption of blockchain technology for real-world use cases. The initiative aims to place Web3 at the heart of the push towards Industry 4.0, which is the next phase of the global industrial revolution. Fetch.ai and Bosch have come together to form the Fetch.ai Foundation. It will be tasked with researching, developing, and harnessing the use of Web3-based technologies for real-world use cases across several industrial sectors. This is a quote from it's a quote from Peter Bush, chairperson of Fetch. In combining disrupting Web3, AI, and open source technologies with the proven world-class hardware and software capabilities of the classic engineering corporations, this foundation is a perfect endeavor at the right time. This gets even more exciting the more other partners will join. Is this just a play for Bosch to kind of get their name thrown into this AI narrative, so to say, right? Because how many people know Bosch? Right?
They're huge in Europe, man. You go to especially in France, Germany, huge. Like that's the Panasonic and the Samsung. It is definitely fallen back recently. So you never saw much Bosch products here in the US. But
have you ever owned a Bosch product, Robin?
My family in Portugal has. It was like the maker of like the CD players in the cars. And a lot of other tech things. So,
what about you, Missing Crypto? Have you ever owned any Bosch products?
I have to Google it because I feel like I have. Hold on, I really do have to look.
Yeah, Rocco. Are they big in Italy as well?
Rocco's definitely owns them, right?
Yeah, they're very big. Also, they were known before more like hardware, like drilling and stuff. Like
yeah.
And then they were more. Then they move more on an electronic kind of way. So. Yeah, they're very big.
Yeah, they got a lot of power tools too. I think that's the only Bosch products I've seen here in the States.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know. I was thinking the speakers, Bose speakers.
No, it's a different company.
I know.
Yeah, that's Bose. Bose are awesome. Oh my gosh.
Bose is pretty good.
Yeah.
So Missing Crypto, what do you think about this partnership? Do you think this is just a marketing play for Bosch to kind of get their name thrown in with this whole AI narrative and this and that? Or do you think this is an actual partnership that can do good for our space moving forward?
I think this is a partnership that could do good. Honestly, you don't know either way. I think you have to, of course, see where things play out. Everyone could talk smack, but you really got to walk the walk, right? So I do think I think it would be a good partnership. And why let themselves fade, right? Like you said, they've been falling off a little bit. Don't let yourself fade. Get back up on track and see what makes you relevant again. Even, like take Atari, for example. Atari is really cool, played a role in a lot of people's lives in terms of video gaming. Of course, Nintendo came out, the Wii, all of these different consoles, but then they decided to bounce back, make more consoles, involve themselves in Web3 because they see that's where the future is going. So shout out to Atari. And I think Bosch is going to do the same thing. I think everybody that sees the potential and everyone who embraces crypto is going to win and sees the monetary as well as the innovational benefits of getting involved in crypto. This could benefit their company, make them extremely relevant, and end up being bigger than Samsung in terms of like what they could build with AI and all the apps they can add. Imagine, I know we've been hearing this a lot, like Samsung, all these different companies adding, Web3 apps to their TVs. You think maybe Bosch can experiment with AI and see what they can do in terms of like video games, TV programming, even different kind of tools and websites that they could create. So I do think they could capitalize on that if they do it right.
Yeah, when it comes to technology, companies that are based in technology, and they're also, have a lot of industrial uses. But at its core, when it comes to a company based in technology, you have to take risk and be innovative and go with the trend. If you were, set in your ways with VHS and cassette tapes, and you didn't want to transition over and go all in on CDs, then you got left behind. If you were like, hey, DVDs and CDs is the truth, and you didn't want to switch over to digital media, you got left behind. And there's just example after example after example. And when it comes to AI, you know what? I use it as a personal assistant. It can help me. It can help me with some art and visuals. I can ask questions. It can help me code. And I am not even that deep into the tech, so I can only imagine somebody that went into college that has a degree and is like using their profession and their entire career is based off of technology, how much they can leverage these services. And so this sector is gonna absolutely explode. And if you are in a tech sector in the way that Bosch is, you need to adapt. And I think they're just trying to get ahead of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see Samsung and all of these other giant companies, maybe Apple, and there has been rumors about Apple doing partnering with AI or coming out with their own, but it's time for the revolution when it comes to this sector that we're in right now. And AI, it is the truth. It is the Google 2.0. I'm telling you, the search engine is a Yellow Pages version of what we got now. When you want to find something on the internet, you type it into Google, you get a bunch of addresses. Now you type something into Google, you're gonna ask a question, and then Google's just gonna reply and be like, "What's up, man? What you looking for?" Like that's where we're going, and it's fundamentally.
Rob, when you say personal assistant, you know what the first thing that comes to mind? Remember in Microsoft Word, that little paper clip at the top corner?
Yeah. The attached file?
No. It was a paper. It looked like a page. You guys know what I'm talking about? The paper clip with a face on it. How can I help you today? Yeah, that's what I remember.
Oh.
That was the first.
Yeah,
you remember now, you've been using AI. It just hasn't. It is just now exponentially exploded. So think about it this way: every time you go to type in a word and it like autocorrects and it's trying to assume, or when you're typing and then all of a sudden it gives you like 3 words in like the transparent text that you think you're gonna say, that's AI. That's literally what ChatGPT does, but for its own for the question. So you ask the question, you say, hey, what is X, Y, and Z, and then it is taken X, Y, and Z questions over and over and over again, and taking a million of them, and it knows the probable answer that you want to hear. And it's the same thing. We've already been using it. Now it's here. It's integrated.
You know what else is here?
What's up?
You know what else is here? Paxos is here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Where they at?
Oh,
And
poor
it looks
Paxos.
like Paxos, yeah. And I'm curious to get your take on this, Miss Team Crypto. Paxos in constructive discussions with the SEC in ending their relationship with
Man, they about to
Binance.
fold like a lawn chair. Damn.
Who's about to fold like a lawn chair? The SEC?
Paxos?
Yeah, the SEC is definitely not going to fold like a lawn chair. Stablecoin issuer Paxos told employees in its constructive discussions with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission after getting a Wells notice about the BUSD stablecoin. They said, quote, "We look forward to continuing that dialogue in private. Of course, if necessary, we will defend our position in litigation." Charles, what's his name? Charles Cascarilla said in an email to the employees. He also said the company would end its relationship with Binance, and what he said was a separate decision, right, from the SEC Wells notice and the directive from the NYDFS. The market has evolved, and the Binance relationship no longer aligns with our current strategic priorities. We remain fully focused on serving the end holders of BUSD, blah, 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 blah. You live in New York, correct, Miss Teen Crypto?
Indeed, sir.
And isn't the NYDFS one of the hardest regulators to be on the good side with, especially in the world of crypto?
Absolutely. And that's, it attributes to New York kind of being the capital of the world, like the United Nations is here. You have all the traditional banking
WEF
system.
is there.
We have Wall Street, literally, and it's
IMF
hard
is
to talk
there.
to those dudes. Yeah, you have everyone and their mother in New York. So it's like, it's kind of crazy, but there's a lot of pushback for that reason. And if you really look into the Paxos story, right, they only issued that Wells notice for BUSD. Paxos has their own stablecoin, USDP. They didn't issue a Wells notice for that. And if you look at Circle, they didn't give them a Wells notice either. So again, it kind of looks like an attack on, Binance a little bit. Considering that, like, from the beginning with since the collapse of FTX, the Bohemian government, they're bringing up Binance when they should have been talking about SBF. During the court hearings, they talked about Binance when they should have talked about FTX and their bad business practices. Now this is literally just a Wells notice on BUSD. So it's really unfortunate, and it just seems like an attack on that, being that, again, they have their own stable coin. There's no Wells notice for that, and no Wells notice on anything else going on in their business. So it just makes you think, why just BUSD? What's the big problem here? But there was some regulatory good news today. Like eToro got their BIT license today in New York, which again is really hard considering that the only exchange that we had now besides eToro is Gemini and Coinbase. And even then, you weren't allowed certain coins that were available in other states. You can't stake. With literally, there are a lot of crypto companies that are actually based in New York, but you can't use their staking services in New York. So it's really difficult, and for anyone to acquire regulatory clarity, it's going to be really, really difficult. I don't even think Bitcoin ATMs are legal here still.
So you're in the camp of this is an attack on Binance and not an attack on stablecoins.
I think it's like a part of the attack on stable coins. This has been like an attack on stable coins, an attack on staking. It's just they don't want us to use something that they don't approve of, right? Like USDC is something they obviously approve of, because otherwise they would have been under scrutiny years ago when, they came out and Coinbase started integrating USDC, started offering staking on it. Where was the red flags then? Where was the call out then? Just because Binance is now fighting the FUD, kind of got through a lot of this stuff. Then then BUSD was obviously one of the top 3 stable coins. Of course, it's a nice attack just to double it down on stable coins and Binance, right? But again, there's the whole staking debacle. There's everything going on with crypto. Again, it's a part of the pushback until they figure out what they really want to do and how they could just say, this is what's going on with crypto. This is how we view it. You guys do what you will from there. They just don't know. They just don't know.
Rob is in the camp of, and a lot of people that we've asked about this, they're in the camp of this is a attack on Binance. But my concern though,
both.
My concern is if they get away with labeling BUSD a security, that could serve as a landmark case, right? A landmark judgment when other stablecoin issuers.
It's not even going to be a judgment. It's just they're just gonna say it's a security in the same way that they've labeled 4 or 5 other projects securities. There's going to be no court case or anything, and that's it.
Which is even worse.
It's then how is that a free trial, right? Aren't we supposed to have a judge, a jury, everyone giving the
example,
opinions, the public?
They deem the FTT token a security. That never really went to a court yet. Yeah, as far as that
same with
being determined as security. But the thing is you can say it's a security, right? So but what is so drastically different between FTT token and BNB token? I mean, the BUSD token or BNB token or whatever token you want to throw out there. I mean, what sets them so drastically apart? Because you giggled, David, and you say, well, yeah, it is a security, right? Then what? Why is it?
No.
What?
Wait, what did I say?
FTT token.
I didn't say it was a security.
You don't think it is?
I don't know if it is. I didn't say it was though.
You don't think so? I adamantly believe that
If anything, FTT was a Ponzi
FTT
scheme.
token was literally the definition of a security. You buy
they
it.
made up fake tokens, FTT. They were putting fake tokens out there. So that was a whole mess.
FTT was a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, that was just
it
a
was
direct
it was
moment.
them issuing out ownership of the company because their company's valuation was off the FTT token, right? All of their net worth before it collapsed, what was it, like 70% of their value came from their own token?
They were using fake money to get real money.
But here's the thing. If 70% of your company's valuation is FTT token, isn't that likened to stocks, right? You know what I mean? Like if Apple issues out stocks, most of its company's net worth is into that stock. Same thing with FTT token. Now, if it was a utility token and it wasn't just all of the company's value there, then that's where I'm getting at, is that fundamentally there's not much difference between the FTT token and BNB token and the BUSD token in the eyes of the SEC.
But here's
now
the thing.
now BNB token, tons of utility, got their own chain. You can make an argument for it. FTT token, it really didn't have any utility, and it was just simply just a token printed by FTT. But I'm just saying, in the eyes of the law, really not that much different, right? And that's where I'm getting at. I think that certain stable coins are going to get favorable treatment, just as Ms. Teen Crypto said. Circle obviously has a leg up on the competition, and you know what? Anyone that's not in that little circle, deemed circle, then you're probably going to have an uphill battle. And
I had a question for the chat. So how decentralized is BNB?
How decentralized is BNB?
How it is? Yeah, that's one of the questions.
BNB, from my understanding, BNB is now Binance owns a lot of the token, but
A lot of the token.
yeah, I think it's like
Yeah.
like 80% or something.
Yeah, but they have an ecosystem. They have
I don't know.
dexes.
Don't
they
quote me
have,
on that,
like if you want to talk about an exchange token, that is the most built out an actual utility token, you can argue, versus something like OKB's token or crypto.com. Yeah, they have the
But
Chronos chain, but
Now it is deflationary. They have a lot of burning, but it's definitely not a favorable token allocation there on that one. I'll just leave it
I
at
think
that.
the issues we see is the ones where the only utility is, get less trading fees if you hold our coin. That's complete BS. Binance, I think, is a little different. Their BNB token, but I spoke to this yesterday. I would just be careful anything Binance related. Not that they're doing anything wrong or that they're in trouble, but seems like the government is gunning for them. Who knows what they're going to make them do? Who knows? Hey, if you want to operate in the U.S., you got to get rid of your token. Who knows what that looks like? No one knows.
Yeah,
You know what-
they got a target on their back. Though,
Yeah.
from
Well, they
from the
bought-
SEC.
They bought Voyager's assets, though. So, what kind of position does that put that in? English? What kind of position does that put that in? Them in? Jesus, wow! I can't speak to that.
Do you remember
Sorry.
CZ after the Paxos thing? CZ came out and said we're reevaluating our business in the U.S. and he specifically said our bids on bankrupt companies. He specifically said they might be looking at pulling some of those back. Did he mean Voyager? Do they have their hand in other ones? Who knows? But that would suck for Voyager customers, dude. They got rugged by FTX. They get rugged by the SEC.
But here's the thing: like at this point, I wouldn't hold your breath on another crypto company trying to come in and bail you out. No, I think the best, honestly, like at this point, I think the best course of action for these companies that essentially go under and for their users is to just wait it out and at some point just hope you get some money back. Because this whole like, oh hey, another company's gonna come in and like give me pennies on the dollar. Like the thing is Binance coming in, they're buying all these assets at discount. So I mean, how much are they gonna? They're not gonna give you full value back. And obviously they're doing it as a business proposition to make money. So they're going to take profit on in doing so. They're not going to take on risk and go negative. Then there's no point in doing that. And so if funds are already missing, if the company's assets are already in negative and you're going to get less returns, and then a company's going to go buy it at discount and turn a profit on it, I mean, how much money are you planning on getting back? I think the best way to go is just to let it go to bankruptcy and then just liquidate and then take the assets instead of going to 7 different parties and company after company, because you're going to get less and less. My personal opinion is like, let it go to bankruptcy, take the assets, liquidate it, and then split it up amongst the debtors. I don't know.
And we are 1 like away. Jimmy is watching.
Come on, guys. Smash the like, smash the like, smash the like. Don't be lazy.
Do it. Guys, yeah. Jimmy, the official hype man. We'll see what he comes.
And I got a drum roll ready.
Rocco's got the drum roll ready.
Oh. Everything ready. So
Rocco's got the drum roll ready.
Okay.
What
Ooh,
did I miss? Was there some big?
We hit it. We did it.
Did it?
We got it?
Stop the stream?
Yeah, 152
No, we're not
now.
stopping the stream. Jimmy said,
I can start the drum roll. Okay, let's do it.
you can start the drum roll. All right,
Okay,
Mr.
thank
Crypto,
you.
we're keeping you on for this one, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
Jimmy.
Let's go,
said
Jimmy.
the biggest super chat in the history of Sin City Crypto. What's it going to look like?
The sad thing is that why we gotta be incentivized with money to get some likes up in here? That's what I want to know.
Damn, 500 bones, my dude. Jimmy.
What a legend.
Jimmy, you're
Wow.
Jimmy, you're a kind person, Jimmy.
Wow. That's
Missing
beautiful.
Crypto. Jimmy is literally the hype man of Sin City Crypto. He gives memberships every single day on the show. He's up to like almost 400 memberships he's gifted to people. So Jimmy,
That's so sweet.
we love you, buddy. Thank you so much. Damn.
I told
so
him
I think
he was a
before we
cool
let
pig in
Miss
the chat.
yeah, before we let Miss Teen Crypto go, we have to, right? We have to open up the club.
Yeah. We can open up the club. Yeah.
Robin,
Can I
Robin,
do
go ahead.
something
Let's
before?
club.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
Rocco wants to show us something. Go ahead, Rocco.
Yeah, I want to just show him something
What you got?
before.
What do you
Is this
got?
the drum
Because
roll?
no, because Jimmy asked me for a timpani kind of drum roll. I didn't have one,
Okay.
but I got this
look-
guy.
Oh my God.
I got this guy.
Why does he look
the-
so excited?
This one is the Guinness.
Is that? Are you related to him? You kind of look like
Yeah.
you might. Is that
I don't play drum.
That's a
but
family
It's
member.
a Guinness World Record. This guy played forever. So.
Oh my
he's played
God.
the
Hold on.
drums
How long is the video?
What, the video?
14 hours?
Yeah, that's the one.
So
Oh
he
my
had a
God.
14-hour drum roll.
Yes, I promised Jimmy I would get something good. So that's the best I can find.
Wow. Thanks, Rocco. We appreciate it.
All right, guys. If you're new here and you don't know what the hell's going on, there's a few things that we do here in Las Vegas that we hang our hats on. One, we got world's largest strip club, also the world's largest dispensary, and we are the entertainment capital of the world, where we like to have fun, party, and celebrate new milestones. And so today we're just going to celebrate and open the club and have a Vegas party.
In honor of our friend, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Where's the club music?
There you go, guys.
Man, my dance moves are terrible. Missing
That was
Crypto,
so
we
epic,
hope to
man.
see. We hope to see more of that dancing when you turn 21 in Vegas at the actual night.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna help you
You're gonna
party
get
if you
after
come
it.
out. That's right. Before we let you go, my friend, do you have anything you want to share with us? Where can people find more of you if they want to?
More of me. Well, you guys can visit MissTeenCrypto.com. I'm at MissTeenCrypto on all platforms: Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, everywhere you're at, I'm at. I'm at Randy Hipper on Facebook too. So make sure you guys check me out. I'm always live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern for the Daily Zest, going all nitty gritties with the news, everything like that. I also have educational videos, on the street interviews across all platforms. So thank you again for having me. I always love hanging out with the Sin City fam. I know I have to say adios, but I would love to say hola, and thank you again. I really appreciate you guys. Oladios.
Missing Crypto,
Later, guys.
we love having you on. Thank you so much. You have such a bright future ahead of you. We appreciate your time and your content. And you mentioned interviews. You do have some pretty good interviews on your channel. Guys, go check her out. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel. That link is in the description of this video. Missing Crypto, thank you so much. We love you as always. We look forward to bringing you back on and enjoy the rest of your week.
Keep me posted, fam. Thank you again. See you later. Bye.
And come out to Vegas. Come hang out with us.
Yes, I will. I'll totally keep you posted.
No point
Later,
in coming
fam. Thank
before
you again.
21, though. I'm telling you,
Stop.
you're going to
There's
be
things
bored.
you can do out
What?
here.
Movies and bowling. What else?
You don't even drink.
I
bro.
like
The
to bowl.
dispensary.
I like to bowl. I'm not that good, but I'll go. Later,
I'm a
guys.
terrible
Have a great
bowler.
day. Stay zesty, fam.
Bye, guys. Take care. Damn. And looks like Jimmy opened the super chat box because Bullish Kenny G dropped the $2 super chat. Said, damn right, your dance moves are horrible, Dave. I know.
That's right.
Do we have the super
See,
chat?
that's-
Robin, do we have the super chat thing?
Yeah, Rocco just doesn't like using it.
Rocco, come on, bro. Those things are
Okay,
fun.
all right.
Come on, Solana.
Okay.
Solanine. Super chat. Yeah, baby. Guys, man, thank you again, Jimmy. We appreciate it. All right, let's
Okay, you can say something. Go for it.
No. That's it. I'm good. I was gonna talk about
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. I was just thanking my friend Jimmy again.
Okay.
All right.
Are y'all gonna watch the new episode of Bold Broadcasting today?
I don't know. Are you? Wait, am I or?
We got the channel in the description, right?
Mm-hmm. Guys, go subscribe to our newest channel, Bold Broadcasting, where we cover news outside of just crypto. We have a lot of fun. We talk about news outside of crypto. And damn it, Jimmy gifted 10 memberships as well. This dude is Jimmy said he's got a patent that he's waiting to sell, and that's game over for him. And so, Jimmy, if that happens, we hope it happens, my friend. You deserve it.
Work for you, man.
Very giving person. So we hope you nothing but the best. And to all of you, our community, we love you as well, guys. We keep going, Rob.
I want to give a little love to the chat. We got a few new people here, and so
You giving love? Let's see it.
that's right. So
Robin's got a funny way of showing love. Like,
yeah, so
name
we got
wrong.
Juan Luis, we got Moody, Il Mac, Michael Russo, Brian, G-Man, Gween Burst. We also got 151 Crypto, Hefe, Antonio Oss, and then DRLNW. And to all of you, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
So, you want to answer my question?
What's up?
We keep going.
I'm done, man.
I'm done.
Finito.
Guys, go check out our merch store. Brought to you by the Don himself. Not only will you find Sin City crypto merch, but you will also find regular crypto merch. Go check out our social medias, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We do YouTube shorts every day. Our next video is coming out soon. It's going to be on Ethereum Shanghai. And we're excited, guys. We're moving, and we want you to move with us. So with that being said, Rocco! Friends, family, friends, and family friends, we thank you guys so much for tuning in on this beautiful Tuesday. Huge shout out to Miss Teen Crypto. Go support our guests. Go support Sin City. Make sure you subscribe, like the video on your way out. On behalf of myself, Robin, Rocco, and Kyler, we love you guys. Until tomorrow. Peace.